time of recording this video, Daniel Farke is under severe pressure as Leeds United boss, so I decided to take him out of his misery and put Marco Rose as the new Leeds boss. He is one of the favourites to take the job if it was to come up, so I've put him in there to see how he does. So in this save, we are going to take Daniel Farke out, put Marco Rose in, sim to the end of the season and see how Leeds do. Can they survive in the Premier League? Will Rose even last the full season? And can they do anything in the cup competition? So all of that is going to come up now. If you enjoy this sort of content, please leave a like, please subscribe to the channel. But let's dive into the video. The good news is that Marco Rose is the manager at Leeds United and he lasted the full season replacing Daniel Farke. In terms of the league table, Leeds finished in 16th place, which I'm sure they would take in real life. 36 points. Let's have a little bit of a closer look at this here. West Ham, Burnley and Brighton of all teams getting relegated. Leeds just about keeping their heads above water. Liverpool, the champions. What else has happened? Sunderland finished 8th. So Football Manager must know something because they are doing pretty well in real life. Man United in 9th in there as well. But the big news for us is Leeds United stay up. 8 wins, 12 draws and 18 defeats. 40 goals scored, 55 conceded. And I think you'd have to say that overall for Leeds, a pretty successful season. Let's have a look at their fixture schedule, see how they did overall. And they start the season like they did in real life with a 1-0 win against Everton. Willie Gnonto with the goal, a draw against Arsenal, a win in the Carabao Cup against Middlesbrough, defeat against Newcastle. Good run so far in the Carabao Cup, so we'll keep an eye on that, but a pretty poor run here. 4 straight defeats in the league. A big away win against Burnley, Noah Okafor scoring in there. A win against Arsenal away in the Carabao Cup, so another victory in that competition, which is quite exciting. We keep looking through here. Burnley an away win 2-0, Okafor and Stack a 3-1 home win against Aston Villa. And as I record this video, Leeds have actually just lost against Aston Villa. A really wretched run through the festive period. 7 defeats from 8, but the sole win coming at home against Crystal Palace. 4-0 defeat away at Liverpool. A 2-1 defeat against Sunderland in their potential relegation rival, although as we've seen, Sunderland actually had done pretty okay. Carabao Cup out against Chelsea, unfortunately, at the quarter-final stage. We head into the January period. A 1-0 away win at Sunderland in the FA Cup, 3 straight draws here, and then a 4-1 win against Nottingham Forest. So Leeds ticking over nicely. An FA Cup win here against York City after extra time of all teams. So a bit of a local derby there. An away win at Aston Villa as well, 2-0. So Leeds picking up a little bit of form here. A 3-1 defeat against Man City, you know, not worth getting too upset about. A draw at home to Sunderland. An away win against Ipswich in the FA Cup. So the FA Cup run going pretty well until defeat against Everton in the quarter-finals, and Leeds end the season in pretty mixed form. A win here against Brighton, a 1-1 draw against West Ham United. But I think overall Leeds fans would be pretty pleased with this run this season because, you know, finishing with 36 points is a very, very impressive order. Let's have a look at the squad now and see how, you know, who played the most games for Leeds this season. And these two players are on loan. So it's Anton Stack, 42 appearances, sorry. Ethan Ampadu, 42 appearances as well. Pascal Struijk, 41. Let's have a look at the top scorers. And it is Dominic Calvert-Lewin with 11, though he's playing largely a role sort of fringe on and off the bench. 20 starts, 18 substitute appearances, 11 goals. Matteo Casaria, a player they obviously must have brought in the January. He's played 18 games and scored 6. Joel Peru scored 4. So, you know, you can see here the goals spread very thinly. You know, there's a lot of players just scoring a couple, 2, 3, and 4s here. So Leeds, you know, weren't prolific, but it didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because they were able to just about stay up. So Marco Rose as the manager pretty successful season here at Leeds United, you'd have to say. Very impressive. And Daniel Farke in real life, well, he's under pressure. As I record this video, he is very much under pressure at Leeds United. And yeah, it wouldn't be a shock if they would make that change. Marco Rowe's currently the favourite for the job. So interesting to see that the game projects Leeds to have a solid finish. Let's just quickly check the XG table and see how Leeds did with that. And the XG table, they actually quite considerably outperformed their XG. Still out the relegation zone, it has to be said. But yeah, and look how poorly Brighton performed their XG. Minus 24 points. 25 goals under their expected goals. So Brighton very much done with hard luck in this campaign. But Leeds, that's who we cared about. They survived. They finished 16th in the Premier League. And yeah, let's have a look at the home record just to sign off. So at home, Leeds picked up the 4th bottom. So not a great home record. Away record, equally as underwhelming, 5th bottom. But out the bottom 3 for both. And that's all that matters. Thanks everyone for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. Please also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. We'll catch you for another one very soon.